Atma Namaste. Welcome to the session for the wellness for healthcare workers. The healthcare workers includes doctors, nursing staffs, group D workers, other frontline workers like policemen, other people. Here, today we are here to address certain issues other than our professional life. What are the things which we going to face other than hospital? That is your family. How to take care of the family, how to address the concerns of the family, and how to address the children's apprehension. To address all these things, today we are having Dr. Saraswati K. Hegde. She is a PhD scholar in child stress management, and she is also a founder of the Healing Foundation, and she is doing the healing for the past 20 years for the wellness of the society. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for being here to address our concerns.
Namaste.
Namaste, madam. Madam, last time we have discussed so many things regarding the professional life. But last time, as you promised, you will going to address some of the family concerns and the children's apprehension, what they are facing, and what we are facing as a other phase of the stress. That is one phase towards the professional life, and another aspect is towards the family. So, madam, I'll come back to directly. The question is, what are the mental and emotional challenges will be faced by a healthcare professional in a family front? Means like the other aspect, how much the stress we will be feeling other than professional, like in a COVID crisis, like how the things are running in a mind of a doctor, like how to regarding the family safety, how to take care of them, and that stress, the anxiety will be there within us, whether I am going to spread the disease to my family, or and also my family will also have a concern towards me that whether if I get an affected, what to do. And so there will be both sides stress. One is at the one end is at the professional, another at the family. How to address this, madam? Please, ma'am.
Okay. Basically, any healthcare professional are getting exposed for the worst situation also in the hospital. Repeated exposure to a very, very challenging situations, because the worst cases comes over there. You can imagine the mindset of a doctor. This is any healthcare professionals. Once they come back, we are all human beings. We generally tend to visualize ourselves or imagine if something happens to me. That is what is bothering. Now, once they come back, when they look at the children, their family members, they tend to visualize the worst if the mindset or the emotional, psychological well-being is affected. If it is positive, they start looking at the other part of the life. That is, people are getting infected, but they're recovering. These two phases depends on the well-being of the person. We have cases, young people getting diseased by the virus. At the same time, old people got recovered from the disease. How mind pursues makes all the difference. Now for us, there is no other choice. We have to drop the fear. If not COVID, with any other situation, the mind can pursue any worse situation. If that is the case, we have to really let go of the fear. Now, once you come back, what is required? You are also professional. You need some caring, you need love, you need light, you need happiness. But at the same time, when you come back to your home, your people expect, oh, doctor has come back. Now they expect your care at home also. Constantly, all the time, 24 hours treating people, and without proper answer or with lot of fear, it is difficult. How do we deal this? As a professional, come back, I need love, I need happiness, I need lot of joy and rejuvenation. Entering the house should be with that approach. When you enter, how do you do it after? By this time, you all got habituated with the taking bath. It is like flushing out all whatever you have seen on that day. Whatever the challenges of life, wash it off while taking bath. Once you come out, what we radiate comes back to us. When we exhale, we are able to inhale. Without exhaling, we cannot inhale. Similarly, you just exhale all your stress, then start smiling to your family. They are waiting to look at one smile from your face. If they look at the confidence, courage on your face, they feel comfortable. Because in the name of caring and in the name of precautions, if you are giving too much of instructions, family members pick up the fear from you. Precautions can be made a habit. Words can be made with lot of smile and peace. Just to bring some joyful music, play a music. The moment you enter the house, there should be some joy. There should be some happiness which you are going to create. Oh, come on, I have come back. It's a family time now. Let us sing, let us dance, let us smile, let us watch movie. That should be the approach from a doctor's perspective. This is not managing family. This is telling oneself, it's a time for me to change myself. That will help a lot. Bring happiness.
So it's basically, madam, it is not the changing we are expecting from the family, rather than it is a changes which we need to bring within us. So one is a courage, and letting go of fear is a major what we call steps to address ourselves.
Yes, to quote again, in Bhagavad Gita, there is a very clear statement Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, Jatasya dhruvo mrityuhu dhruvam. Andre huttida ellargu kuda, whoever is born, death is inevitable. Don't worry about it. That is what he says. Life is in our hand. We should learn to live life. Death is not in our hand. We should not think about it. We should not plan anything for that mentally. So when you bring that this is my life, I can have peaceful life. Second part, we now all the research started talking about the fear is the major damage is happening to the life. People are dying due to heart attack. People's immunity is going down due to emotional fear and psychological variations. So the best remedy is happiness. The best antivirus is peacefulness, happiness, and joy. Fearlessness. Let us take, as lot of people are taking Ayurvedic Kashayam, let us take emotional Kashayam of love, of happiness, or cheerfulness, as if everything is all right. Then the mind becomes better and things becomes better. We have to bring inside out, not waiting every situation to settle down, then I'll be happy. No. It's a time to boost my immunity, boost the immunity of my family. See, the faith can move mountains. When doctor says, you are fine, you are all right, do only this much. It is like giving a prescription. You take this medicine, do this exercise, eat this much, you will be fine. Similarly, take this much of precautions, this much is the requirement, you will be fine. We should bring it into their mind so much, they automatically follow all the precautions, and the rest of the things will be more joyful. That should be brought. The next part is managing children. I am getting a lot of informations in the calls that they state children are scared of infection, especially doctors' children are not allowed to, anyway now not much of mingling with other people, but they will be targeted. Your father is a doctor, your mother is a doctor, you may get infected. Children have that fear because my father or mother is getting exposed. How to handle that? You know, you should make children empowered. We have to, it's a wonderful opportunity to educate them. We have to tell them everything comes with a package. Don't you feel empowered because your parents are doctors? They know how to treat you in case if you have any problem. Infection, somebody may get, somebody may not get. Others may not be knowing how to handle it. Because your parents are doctors, you know how to handle it. Instead of feeling insecure, feel strong that your parents can help you. You should feel more strong. You have a doctor at home. Their knowledge is priceless. You should empower them. You can also help your friends, family, that I am a doctor, they can contact me, they can call me. It's like we are like a soldiers. Soldiers' families are always brave. They are not scared of anything. They are empowered. They are respected for their job. When we bring that into their mind, they learn to respect the life, they learn to respect the profession. There is no fear. We have to bring that positive consciousness into children's mind as well as family members' mind. We have to tell them there are a lot of challenge happening between medical doctors, post non-medical doctors or not healthcare professionals. They can't understand. The fear is not allowing them to do their partner's work. We have to bring that. We should empower them. Hey, this is my time to work. If I don't work, when you need any help, whom do you expect to help? So it is our responsibility. Let us do it. When we are happy and joyful, our immunity becomes strong. Why can't we do that? Can you give me that dose of happiness, strength, courage whenever I come back? When you motivate them as your supporter, as your partner, as joint, it's a joint work. It can help each other. My stress is already too much, don't disturb me. These conversations won't help. You are a doctor to them also. You are a healthcare professional to them also. They expect some kind of support. Even though they are at home, they are getting exposed for media and other communications over the phone. We're hearing about so many bad news, so many difficult situations of so many families. You don't know what is happening with them. So it is only courage and strength can help a lot. The second one is love is most important. How do we express love? Basically, when a doctor comes back, they are not, if they are on quarantine or self-quarantine, they cannot interact or physically touch each other. Maintain a distance, but maintain silence and smile. Your smile can heal a lot. Show confidence, feel confidence and show confidence. Smile is a great, great healer. Express your love. Lot of my friends say that, even doctor says that, this is the first time I got a lot of time. I started reading books. I started doing yoga. I started do what I wanted to do. All these years I couldn't do it. Now I am doing it. Bring discipline. Help children to develop that. That will be a great, great support. The next, every time I talk more about blessings. What is important is blessing. What is that you wish for them? When somebody says that they got infected, got positive, COVID positive, what do? Mentally you pray, God please make them better, healthier, happier, stronger, let them recover fast. Do the same for your family. If you have any fear, every evening, every morning, take some time to bless your family. If somebody is very nagging and very fearful, we cannot expect, this is a standard requirement. Some people may manage, some people may go beyond, some people may become very weak. How do we manage that? That we will do it with some techniques. Is it okay? Or in between, do you have any other questions to be addressed before we proceed to the technique?
No, madam. In summary, like whatever you told, it's like build the love, courage within ourselves and radiate it. It's in summary what you told, I felt. Thank you, madam. So we want some techniques like so we will be so much stressed in the whole profession, and the hospital will come back to home. So they will expect us to be more joyful, more playful. So we want to get rid of stress. So is there any short techniques which can, as soon as I come back from the hospital to the home, can I do for a few minutes so that I'll become more rejuvenated and more energetic? Please, if you put some light on that issue, though, it will be better for us, madam.
Okay. Firstly, as I repeat again, a beautiful smile. Smile at yourself so that the smile naturally comes out. Don't become artificial. Second one, if permitted, if you are not under any self-quarantine process, touch them. Hold the hand of your children and talk to them. They feel protected, they feel empowered. Don't sit too far. Or you can just hold and sit little far. It's also okay. Make sure that you hold their hand very lovingly. Maybe you can just very gently massage their hand. They feel very, very comfortable. We are human beings. We need, it's a touch therapy. It's an expression of love. Please touch your partner, your parents, your children, any member of your family. Just hold them. They feel confidence. And you also pass that, transmit that strength and courage to them. That's very, very important. Repeatedly keep doing it. Maybe you can touch their back, little tap. Oh, very good, very good. Keep appreciating it. You know, the heart is the center which is pumping the blood to the entire body, supplying oxygen. It's also center for supplying love and courage to the entire body. It's a center for distribution. When you touch the back heart, they feel peaceful, they feel comfortable. In healing, we emphasize so much on the heart center, which can make you feel peace, love, and happiness. Before doing that, if you are having any stress, please touch your heart. From your left hand, touch the center of the chest. Just inhale and exhale. I'm well. Everything is fine. Good. I am at peace. Calmness. Just tell positive words. Your mind becomes more calm. This is a center. This is a touch therapy for yourself. Touch yourself very lovingly. I am a good person. Wants to become better. Touching oneself is very important. And don't expect too much from yourself. Accept your weaknesses, accept your strength. I can do this much, I cannot do this much. So touching is very important, self-touch. Or you can also tell yourself, I am a good person. If you are expecting someone to appreciate you, nobody is doing it, touch yourself and say, yes, I have done a good job. That makes you feel very comfortable. Appreciating oneself is very important. It motivates you. Similarly, you are holding the hand of your family members, making them feel better, bringing that strength into their mind, their emotions. Next, having food together. While sharing the food, bring love and happiness. Just maybe have some crack some jokes or share some good memories. Where recall all your good memories wherever you have visited, whatever you had, talk about their good qualities, change the topic. Make sure you talk something different, no news channels, no newspaper on your dining table. It's a time for rejuvenating. Make sure it's full of peace, happiness, or you can play nice background music, soothing music, not dhang, dhang, dhang music. A peaceful bhajans if you like. It's very good. Some prayers, wonderful. It will make you feel very relaxed. Next one, dance together. Play some bhajans and dance. Why I talk more about spiritual approach? That helps you to take you to the next level. Otherwise, it disturbs again. Play some kirtan, bhajan, sing. Everybody has some one or the other kind of inclination. You have your own expression. All these years I was not dancing, I was not into these things. It's okay. It's a time to learn new skills because your family needs it. Family pray together, stay together. Next one. Blessing. Praying and blessing. Please put your hands like this. This is called Ashirvada Mudra. Irrespective of the religion, this is how the pictures are shown of sharing the blessings. Put your hands like this. Feel that your love and blessings are getting emitted from the hand. Now visualize your family. Whoever is most affected, think of them. Fill your heart with lot of love. In the chest, feel the love. I love my child. I want my child to be very happy, very healthy, very strong. I want child to be protected. When that thought comes to your mind, you feel the peace in your heart. You feel a lot of love. Dissolve all your conflict. Bring only pure form of love and visualize you're touching your child. The child is getting filled. The child is smiling at you and feel that love. Feel that happiness. You can share the blessings with your child. You can also imagine that you are hugging and expressing your love. Now think of your spouse. Feel love and compassion, understanding. As you are going through your challenging time, they are also going through their own challenging time. Your concerns and expression, their concern and expression may be different. Respect their presence in your life and say, express your loving words and send a lot of love towards them, forgiveness towards them. Of course, they are not perfect. It's okay. If you have a very tough relationship, if the relationship is not in existence, just forgive them. Let go of them. If you are having a good relationship, make it nourished. Share a lot of love and forgiveness. Now, if you have elderly parents, think of them. Share your love. Share your respect. Caringness. Touch them mentally. Feel them. Express your love and care. Recall a joyful experience and express your love towards your parents. If they are not present in the physical world, say thank you. If you have a very hard relationship with your parents, please seek forgiveness and forgive them. Who is right, who is wrong is not the question. It's the right thing to do. Fill your home with full of love. Especially fill your bedroom with lot of love and peace. Every time you enter your bedroom, you're feeling very happy. Dissolve all the conflicts. Whatever the fights you had in your bedroom, disintegrate it mentally. It's a place for love. It's a place for happiness. I'm feeling very happy to enter my room. I can sleep very well. Bring those positive visualization, positive thoughts. Inhale and exhale. Very deeply pray to God. Thank you, God, for your priceless blessings, guidance, help and protection. Thank you. Now you can observe your breathing is much more rhythmic, very comfortable, much more deeper. Consciously make it much more relaxed. Relax your body consciously. Relax your mind. Relax your emotions. I am not here to fix everything here. What I can do, I will do it. I'll do my best. I'm a good person. Bring that acceptance into your mind. Very peacefully, slowly, comfortably, you can open your eyes. Dear friends, you are excellent in treating patients. Your good words when you say you are fine, you have seen the difference. when you tell the same to yourself, your family, because your words have power. You are not treating only through medicine. You are treating through your smile, you are treating through your presence. Lot of people feel very good by looking at the doctors. How many times you might have noticed when they come to see you, they are already feeling better. Doctor's presence can heal, doctor's smile can heal, doctor's medicine can heal, doctor's words definitely heals. What you say makes a lot of difference. Before telling them, you should tell yourself. There is a beautiful saying, doctor can treat, God will heal. We should have that. Anyway, the healing is within. They will be healed when they are fine, when their emotions are maintained, well-being is maintained in the mind and emotions, definitely they recover. The best antibiotic, antiviral drug is happiness, strength and courage. Please take this morning, lunch and before you go to bed. This is what, let us have a prescription and let us enjoy life. Life is to enjoy. Life is not about getting scared. Let us live life happily and peacefully.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for giving such a simple technique, but yet more powerful. After doing along with you, I also did it, but I felt very relaxed and more energetic. So let this be utilized by our colleagues, our doctors, our healthcare professionals, and let them get the benefit out of it. Thank you, ma. Thank you for providing such a wonderful informations. Thank you, my dear friends. Thank you for hearing this lecture, as well as the instructions, as well as the techniques for you to overcome your stress, and all the information provided by madam, how to handle your children's, how to handle your families. Thank you. Thank you for hearing all these things. Please practice till the next session comes. In the next session, we'll again come back. How your fear, all those things will affect our own growth, our own confidence, and how it's going to manifest within us. We'll come back with this in the next session. Thank you.
If you have like this, please share with your other friends. We don't know who is in need. Please keep sharing it. Namaste.